You're listening to Free Mama Radio, where we believe you can have both a successful business and show up as the mom you want to be. I'm your host, Lauren Golden, a mom who built a full-time income working part-time hours. Now, I help other moms like you learn how to work from home on your own terms, take control of your schedule, and make more money so you can live a totally awesome, guilt-free life. I am on a mission to make sure that no mother has to choose between family and financial stability. So if you've been wondering, can I really have it all? This podcast will give you the answers.
So today's live topic is piggybacking off of last week's Free Mama TV. So if you guys missed last week's episode of Free Mama TV, I've got it pulled up so I don't butcher the name. Hopefully it doesn't start echoing in the background. Last week's Free Mama TV was called Why Am I Not Successful at Freelancing, yet? Like what gives? Like I'm putting time into it. I'm putting energy into it. I'm thinking about it all the time. Like I'm ready. I want this to work. I don't want to go back to my job, or I'm ready to quit my job, or I'm looking for something new and more fulfilling, whatever the thing is. And it's just not clicking. And go back and watch that episode of Free Mama TV. It's a really good one, as are all of them. I was just looking the other day. We're like in the 130s now. So I think we have like 137 episodes of Free Mama TV, which is crazy. So if you are someone wondering, like maybe it's not that it's not working, it's that you haven't even started yet, I invite you to go check out some of those resources that we put out there just for you guys to show you how to get started. But let's say you have started and it feels like pulling teeth and something's not clicking. I've been thinking about, in addition to that video, why does this happen? And sometimes before I go live on Mondays, I know exactly what I want to talk about. I'm feeling it from the universe. I got all these things coming at me in my own life, in my parenting life, in my business life, from my coaching students. And other times I'm like, very intentional, going out there with like binoculars in the Facebook group, and I'm like, what do I see recurring over and over in all of these posts and all of these questions and all of these things that people are messaging us about and emails that are coming through and the ways that I think people are spending their time on activities. And there it was right in front of me, where I'm like, oh, that's what I'm going to talk about today. And before I get into it, well, I'll just tell you, because if you're on Instagram, you cannot see the name of today's training. But basically it's, you're doing it backwards. If it's not working yet, you're doing it backwards. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that here in just a second. But have you ever had an assignment to wear something, and you go out and you're trying to find this thing? Like, I'm trying to think of an example, but like, I just remember I did like a theater camp in like 5th grade, and it didn't last long because I realized I am not a triple threat. While I think I am incredibly theatrical, and while I am a dancer, if you didn't know, I'm a dancer, I cannot sing to literally save my life. Like if it came down to it, like we'd be in really, really big trouble. I cannot sing. So this particular musical theater camp, I was one and done. But I just remember we did a production of The Wizard of Oz, which is like super Kansas of this musical camp that happened to be in Kansas. But we were doing The Wizard of Oz, and we all had an assignment. We had like certain things we had to wear based on our character role, and we had to go out and find that thing. And that, like, I don't know if you guys, if this has happened to you in your adult life or with your kids or whatever, where you like, you have to have a certain thing. And let's say it was not this, but let's say for the sake of argument, because I feel like this is always impossible, it was like a white blouse. Like you had to have an all white blouse, and it feels like the easiest thing that you should be able to go get. And today we have Amazon, where you can just at the click of a button, like, search women's white blouse, and you could just have it delivered to your door. But back in the day, when you used to have to go to like JCPenney's or Macy's or wherever you're going to go to find the thing, like you could never find the thing you needed. Have any of you been there? Maybe this is just because I'm not a big shopper that this feels so hard. But it's like when we start with the thing we have to have, and then we go out into the literal world, not the Amazon world where we can get everything with the click of a button. But when you go out in the world and you try to find it, like you can't find it. You can't find the thing that you need, that you're looking for. You're like, you're like, I know this exists. I know there's a million white blouses out there. That's a thing, right? Like white blouses. But like I went to Macy's, I went to JCPenney's, and like I can't find the thing that I have to have for this thing where I was told. And it's just me and Desiree. Desiree and I are the only people that know this feeling. But I remember this, and I cannot think of a million examples off the top of my head, but I know that this has happened to me multiple times. Or like your kid has a theme day at school, and it's like they got to wear the I don't know, 70s outfit, whatever the theme is. And it's like, all of a sudden you're going and you've got the thing and you're going to look for the thing. And it's like when you need the thing, you can't find it, but you know it exists and it becomes this elusive thing. And so, okay, cool. Now you guys are now, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not alone with this shopping metaphor, because to me, it was the first thing I thought of. And I've been thinking about this. If you are feeling frustrated, like things are not falling into place for you, it's because you came up with the thing and then you're going out and you're trying to find it out in the world. And it's like shopping. It's like someone assigning you a white blouse and then you got to go out into the world and you got to find a white blouse. Crazy sock day. I'm telling you though, Amazon makes crazy sock day super easy. Amazon makes everything easy, but there is no Amazon to growing your business, okay? There is no like click of a button where everything's gonna connect for you. Now, with that being said, there actually kind of is. Like you could argue that like freelancer or Upwork or all these things, that they are trying to take the white blouses of the world and the people shopping for the white blouse and pairing them together. I'm not going to go down that road today because I'm not an advocate of those platforms personally, but one could argue that that is the problem that those things try to solve, but they're no Amazon. So if you are feeling frustrated, I want you to go with me on this metaphor. You are starting with the white blouse, and then you're going out in the world and trying to find your white blouses, and that's feeling hard. It's feeling hard because there is no Amazon. So you are going from department store to department store, or Facebook group to Facebook group, or TikTok to Instagram to LinkedIn, and you're going, where's the white blouse? And so you're doing it backwards. So what I want to say to you that I wrote down, and this came to me after searching through the Free Mama Facebook group, and I'm seeing people literally shopping for white blouses inside the Facebook group, and they're not getting a ton of responses. And they're not getting a ton of responses because they're doing it backwards. So my advice to you, if you are newer to your business, if you have not built a source of referrals or a lot of people who are coming to you, based on your presence that you've built, or your expertise, or you've kind of built a reputation. If you are newer to your business and you're frustrated because you're out working, you're going to JCPenney's and Macy's and wherever trying to find the white blouse, and you're like, why isn't this working? Why am I not successful yet? Here's my advice to you. Instead of figuring out what you want to do, the white blouse, and then trying to find all the people who want to fit that mold, right? So instead of going, I'm going to be I'm going to be a tech VA for health and wellness professionals who advocate for, whatever, right? Like that's like midwives and help people make babies. I don't know. Like that's very specific. And I know why we do this. We do this because we listen to people online, myself included, who are going, hey, find a niche. That's almost a leveling up strategy. So instead of figuring out what you want to do and then trying to find all the people that fit that mold, here's what I want you to do instead. I want you to switch it backwards. I want you to find the need. Find the need. And you guys, if you are observant, which all of you are capable of being, because like when your kid gets sick, what do? You observe them. Because when you go to the doctor, by the way, if you go to the doctor, they're going to say, what are their symptoms? When's the last time they pooped? When did they throw up? What's their feet? You are observing your child. So you can observe the things that you see online if you go into it with that right mentality. But right now, a lot of you are showing up online and you're hunting down a white blouse. And it's exhausting because you don't know where to shop because you haven't been here before, right? You haven't needed the white blouse. You don't know where they're at. So it's hard. So instead, I want you to go find the need and then be the solution to those people's problems. And a really good example of this is this Facebook Live. I literally said, what are people struggling with right now? Because that's what I want to talk about. I don't want to just, go on a Lauren rant of inspiration or motivation or whatever. Like I want to give an actual strategy here. And so I actually went into the Free Mama Facebook group because I'm not looking for universal problems. I'm here to serve you guys. And I went and I scrolled, and I think I read about between 15 to 20 posts just right on the news feed in our Facebook group. Why our Facebook group? Because you all are within the realm of the people that I want to help. So let's say you have an interest in health coaching. Okay, cool. Go to a health coaching or life coaching or fitness, whatever Facebook group, and do the same thing. Scroll through. What are people asking for help with? Is it a certain technology? Is it an offer? Is it getting connected to something? Is it like, what are people asking for help with? And what I observed, I'm going to use consistent words so I drive the point home. What I observed when I read through the Free Mama Movement Facebook group today, between those 20 posts, I would say half of the, first of all, it was a good way to get rid of some self-promo and spam. But second of all, about half of them was people, and this is my metaphor, but about half of the 20 posts were people looking for a white blouse. Meaning they have already decided this is what I want to do, and I'm going to go shop around until I find someone who wants this white blouse. And that's going to take a long time to build, is what I want to tell you guys. All businesses solve a problem. So we got to approach this backwards when we're new. Find people who have a problem and then go be that solution to them. Does this make sense? Like, we're approaching it backwards. We have to be problem solvers, meaning we can't just design something and then wait until we find the exact person who needs our exact needs when we don't have that data yet, because we're too new in the realm of business. So if you're looking for the fastest path to cash, if you're looking to get unstuck, if you're looking to create an offer that actually lands with somebody, you need to figure out what people are asking for help with, or what are people struggling with, and then be the solution to that thing. And then as you go and grow, we can fine tune it. We can create a reputation for ourselves where now people are literally shopping for us, where people are being referred to us because we are known for being the solution to that thing. But we can't start there. We can't start there because no one knows who you are and they don't care what you do, and you don't have enough data to know that you're really solving someone's problem. You're guessing. You're kind of guessing. Like, well, I know other people are doing this, or, I think this is a really great idea, but you don't have the proof yet. And what I mean by proof, I want to be really clear. I don't want to be vague. What I mean by proof is sales. Like, you don't have the money to show that people are buying this. And I'm reading a book right now. We're not reading it in the Free Mama Squad book club, but maybe we should. But it's Ready, Fire, Aim. And he talks about this in this book, where the only proof of concept, it's not the market research you guys are doing even in the Free Mama group. It's not. Market research is important. Don't get me wrong. Don't skip this step, okay? But someone saying, yeah, I'm interested in that, or yeah, I would totally sign up for that, or yeah, I would buy that, it does not mean they're actually going to do that. And this has happened to me, this has happened to other free mamas that I've coached as well, where they're like, oh, I have some people who are interested in this thing I want to do. And I'm like, cool, have they given you money? And they're like, well, no. And I'm like, cool, well, I'm really interested in, oh gosh, I don't even know. I'm really interested in, a second home in Colorado, but I'm not going to go buy one right now. I'm not going to make that purchase. So I can be interested in it. I can think it's a really great idea. I think it can feel really appealing, but it's not the same as putting money down. And this is sometimes where we get stuck, right? Because we're doing things backwards. We're going, okay, this is what my business is going to be, and people told me they're interested, so I'm going to keep going. But you're running from department store to hunt down that perfect fit who wants your thing, and that's why you're getting tired and you're not feeling successful yet, right? Because technically you're not getting those sales. You're not getting people to hire you. So if we reframe, we switch this on our head, we become more observant, which is also market research, by the way. We pay attention to what's a need. And by the way, the Facebook strategy I gave you, that's just one. You can do that, but something else you should do is like, who's having a lot of success right now? Who is posting Free Mama Wins every single Friday, and what's their niche? Who are they serving? What are they doing? And don't go try to be them, be you. We're all inherently different because we're different people. But that gives you some data around, okay, there are people hiring this service. An amazing example of this, by the way, is social selling. And I don't mean network marketing, who's also calling themselves social sellers. I'm talking about sales people who are working as independent contractors, freelancers, earning one heck of a commission, selling through the live launch strategy, talking to people on Facebook, talking to people in the direct messages. This has become a niche that is blowing up, and there is more demand than there is supply. And if you pay attention to what people are selling online and what people are posting and what people are asking for help for, you'll see this. And so if it were me and I were just starting my freelancing business and I love social media and I'm on it all day talking to people anyway, I would really start learning some strategies and get over my fear of sales and go be a social seller for some people, because the opportunity is abundant and you will get work rapidly. I know 2 people who are doing this right now, and literally one of them is drowning. She has so many leads coming her way. So we have to switch it. Instead of, this is my perfect business and I'm going to hope I go find someone out there who wants to buy the white blouse or whatever, we got to go reverse. We got to go, what are people asking for help with? Which there's always going to be tons of things, but how are they asking for help? And then how can I come in and be that person's solution? Knowing that it's not proven until someone gives me money to do it. Okay? Is this resonating? I hope that this really helps you guys. Again, go check out that episode of Free Mama TV as well. And maybe check out the book, Ready, Fire, Aim. It's a really great read. I'm about halfway through it and I've really enjoyed it. And it's no nonsense. So it's very much like, this is where we got to go. So if you feel like you're working really, really hard, you're burning yourself out, but you are not clicking with prospects, you are not landing the sales, then you are not hitting them on their needs and their pain point. We're white blousing it to death. Okay. So we're going to start talking about white blouses now, and y'all all know what I'm talking about. So if I ever say like, hey, you're kind of doing that white blouse thing, then just know that we got to switch it. Okay, cool. I'm white blousing it. I'm being too specific and I'm not meeting the need that's in the marketplace right now. So I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to go find the need and then I'm going to go be that person's thing. Okay. And again, this is for early on, right? When you start building your reputation, you start whatever. Now we can have a little more creative control because we've got people listening to us and we have that rapport where we have the information about what people need next. But early on, it can feel like you're guessing. So don't guess, don't white blouse it, okay? Instead, go observe, be observant, pay attention to what people are asking for, and then be their solution, all right? As always, if you guys liked this training today, if this resonated with you, if it helped you, please let me know in the comments. Let somebody else know by sharing it. Take a screenshot wherever you're watching. Hit me up on social media. You know I always share it back out there as well, which, by the way, is exposure, which we all need to grow our business as well. I love spending this time with you guys. And as a reminder, make sure you are inside the Free Mama Movement Facebook group as what we will maybe call an insider today, because I'm going to go do some rapid fire coaching over inside the Facebook group as I do after every live recording, which we do on Mondays at noon on social media. So can't wait to see you guys in the group. Share this if you liked it. And as a reminder, if you really enjoyed it, head over to where you listen to podcasts and leave a review. And just helps get it in the hands of more people who might need to hear this so that they can be on their way to living a totally awesome guilt-free life as well. As always, thank you guys for spending this time with me. I never take it lightly. I'll see you guys soon.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Free Mama Radio. Don't forget to check out Free Mama TV right here on YouTube for hundreds of how-to videos and interviews to help you start, grow, and scale a virtual business from home. If you want to join a community of tens of thousands of moms just like you, make sure you join the Free Mama Movement group over on Facebook. And lastly, if you want to learn more about how we can do this together, work to achieve your goals, and make you our next success story, check out my free training at thefreemamamovement.com. I'll see you next time.